Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. It's your boy Phil. So today, we are going to cook the Papaitan of the North or Sinanglao. So, what are we waiting for? Let's start the video. Hope you're having a great day, guys. So today we are going to cook Sinanglao, or the so-called Papaitan of the North. This savory soup is very similar to Papaitan in that it consists of beef innards and beef meat cooked with a little bit of beef bile. The only difference for Sinanglao is they use a souring agent to give it that extra tart for the savory flavor of the soup. You can include any internal organs or portions of meat in your soup. So first, let's prepare our ingredients. First ingredient are beef intestines, towel, and tripe. The next ingredient is the meat. The ratio of the beef offals or the beef internal organs compared to the meat would depend on you. Some people prefer more meat, while others prefer more beef offals in combination, or even more of a particular kind of a beef offal. All you have to do to keep the portion sizes equal is to cut them in small cubes. The portion sizes of the contents of the beef stew just depends on who's cooking and who's eating. And some portion sizes such as this ox tripe and beef intestines are more challenging to cut. So we are in my family's backyard here in Abra, Philippines, and we will cook this Sinanglao old school in a traditional kitchen. First, we chopped and gathered some firewood, which is basically free because they are all over our backyard. After chopping and preparing what you need, just get your old lecture notes from school, light it up, and start the fire. Back then, it was the rainy season, so we chose the driest wood that we can possibly have. And ideally, this beef stew is cooked in a big solid iron pot. For this traditional cooking, you just need to add a lot of firewood to keep the pot hot. Once the pot is hot enough, add your oil and your aromatics. So for the aromatics, we have the basic ones: garlic, onions, and ginger. If it was me, I would have toasted and sauteed the ginger first. But this is my dad cooking and this is his recipe. So just saute these aromatics for about 3 to 5 minutes. Afterwards, we are going to put the beef fat first to render all that fat and to extract the most flavor out of the beef. So just saute the ingredients equally and you will render this beef for about 10 minutes. And as you can see, most of the beef fat has rendered into the soup. And afterwards, add the other beef offals and the meat. Saute these ingredients of the beef stew, and afterwards, boil them for about 15 to 25 minutes, which depends on the amount of innards and meat that you have in the pot. And the thing about a traditional kitchen is you have to maintain the fire by continuously feeding it with firewood. So this stew has been boiling for about 5 minutes, and you can add the seasoning that you want halfway through the cooking process. Okay. You can use salt, or in our recipe, we used fish sauce or patis. This is a very common seasoning all over the Philippines, and this adds more umami to the beef stew. So here we added more firewood to keep the stew boiling. Just continue the cooking process and mix the contents in the pot every 3 to 5 minutes. And add more seasoning and mixing until you are done with the stew. And some of that smoke is also part of the flavor. And this is the result: Sinanglao, beef innards and beef meat stew. And you can see some of the beef fat that has rendered on top of the stew. So for this, we only use a little bit of beef bile and only a little bit of that souring agent. So the stew that we have here is more savory, with a little bit of sourness in the end. And of course, the sinanglao can be eaten alone or with rice. You can put the sinanglao separately in a bowl, or like me sometimes, just put it over the rice. Besides being savory with a hint of sourness in the end, you can taste the essence of ginger in this stew. And this was the rainy season as well, so the weather was pretty cool, so this was the best stew for the cold weather. And that was a great meal indeed. Thank you for watching this video, and I really do hope that you enjoy it, and thank you for your continued support. And as always, like, comment, and subscribe. See you later in the next video, guys. Take care.